Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello. Good evening, good evening. Do we have anyone in chat who could tell if the audio is okay? Yo, what's up, man? What's up, Lunatic? How are you, man? What's going on? Oh, so you're coming from Turtle? Yeah, I've done a lot of hardcore myself actually. So you're looking to go Iron Man on Epoch? Yo, happy. Hello, man. For some reason, the playlist is broken right now. I'm not sure exactly why, but there's over 1,300 players online right now on Kazan, which is cross faction. Yesterday we had almost 800, and the day before that it was 650. So it's increasing a lot lately, for quite obvious reasons, I guess. Yeah, I saw that they created a guild for challenges in general, which the
Crash 3011 just subscribed.
Yo, Crash, thank you, man. There's a guild for challenges such as Iron Man, which is hardcore here, or the 50% XP reduction. Could you tell if the audio levels is fine, like the microphone compared to the game audio? It is going down, yeah, for sure. It's a bit low. Maybe I can just bump it up. Tell me if it's better now. I just decreased it because I thought it was too loud in my ears, so. So we are 1 point up here. And the most awesome part, I think, about Epoch is that when it's populated, you have a lot of lower levels battlegrounds going on, and you can actually level up in battlegrounds. Got the enemy flag carrier here. Maybe you get the fear off. No, unfortunately. Need to get that healer down for sure. Yo, Obi. Hello, man. Yeah, Epoch is certainly back for now, at least. I think, well, considering everything happening, I think a lot of people who come here for challenges as well. I know that the hardcore mode is not exactly how it is working on Turtle, maybe. But But you have the option, if you die, you have the option to actually keep your character, but you have to do like a walk of shame to one of the capitals and beg for your life back. Or you can choose to just end the journey if you feel it's like too much to keep going, even though you've died. This is not looking too good. Full fear into full fear, almost. Yeah, you managed to survive that at least. Yeah, and the thing also about, I think, about hardcore on Epoch is that they have created, like, there's so many new mobs which you haven't faced before on other versions. So the content itself is a bit harder. So I believe that you will have many deaths until you can really get the challenge going. But I guess that's something nice also, that you will have to face completely new dangers. Oops. How likely it is for Ascension to be struck? I mean, no one really knows, right? For all of these years, I think everyone has heard that Turtle is out of Blizzard's reach and it's super safe to play there, and yeah, basically that you don't need to worry about anything. But I guess today showed that, well, if they were unreachable, I guess no one really is, maybe. So I don't know, actually, to be honest. If Ascension has some extra pull for some reason. No idea, really. But I think watching how aggressive Blizzard actually is now with their lawsuits and cease and desist, I think it's super clear that they want everyone gone when they release their own version. I think that's very clear, so I think they would do everything in their power to shut everyone down. I guess that's not as simple on every level or every server. It will be maybe more difficult to pull down Ascension. But I would guess by now that they were going after everyone, actually. Yeah, it's also these servers, they are not always super stable, so playing hardcore is always a bigger risk here, of course. But I really do enjoy hardcore myself. But haven't really tried it out here, so I can't really tell the experience. Yeah, I'm glad you're having a blast, Pascal. I think there's something weird about Epoch. It feels like home for some reason. I can't really put my finger on why it does feel like that, but it's very cozy. The community is super nice, very helpful, and I think the community re-release event yesterday really showed that, where level 60s were parking in the starting zones, handing out 1 gold for every new player, bags for every new player, etc. It was very wholesome to see. The add-on For plates, I think it's called compact plates or something like that. Compact something. I think it should be. I think you should be able to see that on the wiki or the add-on page or wherever you can find Lich King add-ons in general. That's a good fear. Need to fear this healer also. So yeah, how many of you have tried out Epoch by now? Have you switched from something else? Didn't expect them to turn this game around, actually. We were 1-0 up. Too bad. But at least we got a couple of bars. I think we could just sit in battlegrounds all day, all night here, just chilling, talking. Yeah, Tascam, me too, man. I was one of those super hype players before the release, and then trying to get in for like 2 weeks. And for some reason, when it was actually playable, it's like everyone quit. I think the obvious reason was because the future was quite unclear on whether or not new content was going to be implemented. But I just made a new character on the PvE realm this week to just see how the population is. And it was like 300 people. And I read about the re-release event also on, I think it was Reddit or somewhere. And I just figured I would make a video about it, since it was very fun to make content on it the last year, or 1 year ago. And now we are sitting at 1400 players on the cross-faction realm, which is very nice. It's a lot of people, obviously. Yes. I won the War of Fear fights. I don't know if you can see, yeah. So between levels 2 and 20 there's 850 people, which is, it's a lot. Now we're even breaking 1400. Which is obviously today a lot because the turtle announcement, and I believe that reason in itself is kind of sad, but I guess it's good for this server. But there's obviously the risk that it will be given too much attention now. right? Which is never good. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so wholesome. I think last year before the official release, or whenever they tried to release it, there was so many tourists and toxic players, and the Discord was completely in chaos. But what's left, if you can say that, of the server, or at least the people that was here a few days ago, they really they were able to go through it all. Like, even though the population almost depleted completely, so you can see that the people who's playing here is really nice, and they really want the server to do well. So it's so nice to hear and to see that we are taking good care of new players. It's very nice. Guess you can just do /yell and tell someone you're a new player, and they will gift you the stuff. I don't think I've been spawn camped in Warzone Gulch for quite a while. That's crazy stuff. But yeah, I guess it's a good time to at least check out the server right now. I believe if you just start, well, if you start as a troll or as a gnome, you have new starting zones, which are actually really awesome. New audio tracks in those as well. Zones looks really good. And when you get to the next questing hub, like Golshire, for example, you will also see quite many changes. And new implementations. And actually quite many quests at... I mean, I'm only level 12, and I've done a lot of new custom quests that feel... It's not like just like the old quest, do this and do that. It has some kind of meaning to it, which is also very nice. Are you playing on Kazan or Gurubashi, Tasca? So another loss. It's not really what I was expecting, but... Yeah, I think Gurubashi... That's actually where I leveled the last year. they could really use another couple of 100 players. And it would be, I think it would be a really good experience for people over there as well. Because it's super rare to have a pure PvP server like these. Lunatic, are you on Kazan as well, or? I mean, most people are leveling, right? So there won't be that many people idling in capital cities. Yeah, I think it's only uphill from here. Like, I don't really see how population would drop now. So if you just do 2 to 10, there's over 500 people. This number wasn't even the entire population for, well, for last week. Yeah, I know, Sweet Leaf. It's a weird feeling, right? I never really committed to Turtle. I never really... I just tested it, basically. So I can't really say much about it. But obviously I've watched the trailers and watched a lot of YouTube content on it. I think Shelde is a great creator who did a lot of coverage on it, and obviously it looks super awesome. And I mean, what they do in every patch they release is basically what Blizzard did in the entire SOD, if that, right? So the interesting thing also is that if you go to Ascension page, I don't even think that you can see Epoch being a part of the server list. You can see like Bronzebeard and whatnot, but not Epoch. So I'm not really sure. Maybe they want to keep it that way, not showing the numbers too easy. But yeah, what I've heard is like they have a couple of developers working on Epoch, since we do get change logs and balance patches and fixes. And obviously if the population goes up dramatically, they will need to have more resources on it, right? Just to keep it stable and to release new content, obviously. I mean, yeah, hello Zero. What's up, man? How are you doing? I think there's a lot of silence right now in all the projects, which is... it feels weird, and it's... yeah. I don't know. I mean, like, even Ascension said that they will keep the... like, bringing new content on Bronzebeard, for example, would be decreased to some level. So maybe something is happening at Ascension too, that we're not really aware of behind the scenes. But like I said before, it feels like Blizzard has such an aggressive approach now. I think that they just seriously want to kill all the servers before announcing Classic Plus on BlizzCon. I don't think there's any doubt about that. There can't be any alternative at all. if they are going to commit. But that's the thing, like, everyone always said that Turtle is hosted in Russia or Kazakhstan or whatever, right? It's impossible for them to... It's impossible to reach them because of that. But when Blizzard actually now committed, it doesn't even look like it was that hard for them. Like, the process has not been that long, in my opinion. Are you serious? So yeah, it feels like it's happening a lot on many fronts right now. Yeah, but I mean, does that really mean that the whole project needs to go down just because they got some of the people? And I'm also wondering if Blizzard likes, if they really commit to one server at a time, because I can imagine it's crazy expensive and it takes up a lot of resources to do all the investigating and legal costs, etc. So I'm wondering if they have a lot of fronts, right? If they are trying to handle all of the servers at the same time, or if they take one down and then go to the other. Yeah, that's true, Space. Like, it's not super obvious either if, like, the turtle statement, if it's just for show, what will happen after that. Like, I think it's hard to believe that that Blizzard really got to the heads of the project, right? Maybe they just got to the where it's easy, the most approachable parties or whatever. Yeah, there's, I don't know if you have, do you have access to the Kisan or actually it's called Epoch community Discord server. There's a channel with the useful links, and in that one you have talent calculator, but it's basically just TBC talents. Yeah, and yeah, that's true, Zero. Also, something that I read today in the morning, which was actually quite scary, was an old developer on Epoch was actually handled the cease and desist letter by hand, which is quite intimidating, if you ask me. So I mean, if they want to shut everything down, I believe almost every project or every server, they should probably be able to do that, right? If they actually really wanted to. But you never know, you can never tell. It's impossible to know this stuff if you're not super into legal, I guess. Yeah, that's crazy. That's the crazy part. It's like, this is just a game, right? When you think about it. But it's impossible to know Blizzard's strategy if they just want to take down the servers that has grown too big, or that basically poke the bear in the wrong way. Like you could say Turtle did with their social media presence and their development of the new Unreal Engine client, etc. In my eyes, I think Blizzard had to do something. Had Turtle gone through and actually released their own Unreal Engine client, maybe they would have an easier time, legally speaking, right? So maybe Blizzard just had to do something about it right now. To get the add-ons working, I mean, I have some downloaded, but they are all Lich King add-ons. I think most of them should work without any problem, really. There might be cases where you need some Epoch customized add-on, like if you were talking about quests and such. In that case, you need to go to the wiki page, which should be in the Discord for Epoch, I believe the server is called. Yeah, you will die, Hunter. Come on. Ah, he potted, dude. Yeah, this is nice. Come on, man. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah, dude, he got me. The serpent sting. Yo, Zalog. Yeah. You can, in Ascension Discord, they have a channel for the change logs. I love that the queue is instant every time in this bracket. So they are doing changes and fixes. There are world bosses. They released Onyxia and the PvP season 1 here, and rumors are that Molten Core should be out this month or next. So the original Epoch team had a clear roadmap, which was handed over, as far as I know, to Ascension team. So they should be working on it, but I think also that they are trying to lay quite low right now. And for most people on this server, it's not the biggest problem, since the community is very nice and wholesome and just enjoy being part of the project. So it's not the biggest deal breaker for most people that the roadmap is not the clearest at this time. Popular craft. I don't even know what that is, man. But it sounds old. So I think we've lost 3 in a row now to the Horde. Shameful. I think the Horde team usually has more twinks, more people. Stopping at 18, 19 just to PvP. Usually that's what they do, at least. At least we have some high levels in this team. I'm not really contributing to raising the level yet, but I figured it's just an easy time to just chill out here and maybe talk to you guys. To show off some PvP and the fact that it's possible to level in BGs all the way. I know a lot of people did that last year on release. Yeah, it's a true problem to be low level. I'm the first person people target. Maybe I shouldn't give my team that much. So there was this private server at the same time as the retail version of Lich King, or? That's crazy. So Blizzard basically released one patch and they were always already tired of it. Yeah. We're not contributing at all here. There are some changes to the talents. I'm not super sure if there's a good resource for that. I guess what you could do is to just bring up the calculator that they have and just compare with something on Wowhead or something, maybe. But it's very small changes, like delicate changes. Oh, how am I supposed to handle a hunter with a pet? Can't even get a fear off. Are you guys Horde or Alliance players, usually? Maybe we should just go to Westfall after this. Instead of ruining the experience for everyone else. Oh, that's lovely. Have you, like, speed run as well, Tesca? Or are you a chill leveler? I have actually never leveled a horde 60 in the classic versions. Always played Alliance for some reason. Hmm. Feels like they are double as many as we are. Do you guys mostly play PvE or PvP? Because I really think usually what you hear about Turtle is that the PvP is quite bad or isn't as prioritized or well implemented. So for those people, I believe Epoch should be a fantastic transfer. Yo, Shelde, how are you, man? My, what do you say? My condolences, or I don't know what's the right word here. Yeah, I was just trying to... I just set it up before, actually. I haven't done anything, actually. Just wanted basically to let people talk if they want. Be nice to hear what people think about the whole situation. And I really hope we can put tribalism aside, since everyone is basically in this together. You play Dota? Because you like it, or because Blizzard lost it back in the days? So if you're a PvP player and you played on Turtle, you still play an Embershire, or... Because I feel it's like a really special breed that's played on Telabim. And I know that the PvP population here is quite desperate to get more people into Gurubashi, the PvP realm. Oh, you have? I never got into MOBAs, actually. For some reason, I can't really... I don't know what it is. Probably just the amount of clicks you have to make. I just want to sit relaxed in the chair. The only time I'm leaning forwards is when I'm losing on FIFA or something. This is Kazan. This is Kazan, actually. So when I created a tune 5 days ago, I think it was, anonymously, there was around 300 people. The re-release event was approaching. We did a little bit of content for fun and for the community, since it has always been nice. So there was 650 or 600, yeah, 650, I think, a day or two after that. And then yesterday we almost peaked at 800. And today we are, well, we will breach 1500, and people leveling are at about 800. And this is both factions. Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's not everyone playing the servers are like watching their discourse every time or all the time. Most people will probably not even realize what has happened. Maybe in a couple of days. So this, for those of you who hasn't played Epoch before, this is the road to Norshire Abbey. And then you come down here. I don't know what the fog is all about, but I guess it's a rain effect. This is the new Goldshire, or Goldshire, however you would like to pronounce it. Which is super cool. I think it was a very bold thing for the original team to actually remake Goldshire, which is such an iconic place. But I think it's very cozy and very nice, actually. Yeah, I think that, Chelde, actually. I think they are... I said it before here, but I think they have shown that they are very committed and very... I don't know if aggressive is the right thing, but I think that the fact that they tried the Rico thing on Turtle, which was dropped, but at least they tried it and they really wanted to pursue that way. It really shows that I think they want to take everyone down until, well, I think someone at Blizzard has said to Legal that every other private server needs to be down before we announce our version. There can only be one version, right? We can have no competition at all. If there's a server which is visible for players, it needs to go, right? So I'm not sure about all, like, the interesting thing for me was always like, oh, this server, it's Blizzard can't reach them. It's impossible to take it down. It's based here. It's from this place, you know, the servers are placed here. It's impossible. And it's not like this process has been that long, right? So I think it feels like it's been quite easy for Blizzard. Obviously, we don't know exactly the complete outcome. Maybe like a lot of people say, we will have another version next week, which is called Rabbit WoW or whatever, which looks identical to Turtle. I have no idea, right? Maybe the announcement was just something that they have to put out. Like there's no way we can know what will happen next. But I mean, there's so many actors on the market, or whatever you call it, that has received letters or just removed their servers themselves, basically, because they don't want to wait for the letter to come. But then again, it's not easy to just say like, yeah, Ascension as a whole will go, because they have a lot of different servers. Maybe they have different infrastructure. They are based in different locations. So maybe Bronzebeard does not, you know, if that has to go, maybe Epoch does not have to go, like for simple legal reasons. But that's, yeah, that's above everyone's pay grade, I guess. Yeah, that's it's built in with the nameplate add-on, which is, I think it's called Compact. You mean this one? It's super nice. I haven't set up anything. I just imported the add-on. I think it's compact nameplates. Compact something, at least. No, I don't think Questy works. I think I had a look in that on that page, but I think it said that it was basically deprecated or it should not work. So it's PF Quest Epoch and PF Quest Lich King. The two of them you need. So the only time I've been to Westfall on Epoch was actually on Gurubashi on the Horde side when we raided. When we had a big PvP event here. It's just impossible to not fall in love with this music, right? Every day at work I just put some of these tracks on, like the zone musics. You can almost put on any zone you like, and it's top tier. Yeah, obviously the servers or the realms need some level of population to be healthy, and but obviously it's a double-edged sword, right? Since you don't want too much publicity. Okay, it was so crowded. Yeah, it's not super crowded here at this time. We just check 12 to maybe 16. There's about 200. That's right. And I think the thing also about Epoch now is like before the relaunch, when they had the website up, it was super easy to just follow and gather information about everything that was changed. And since that site is not up, it has been up to the community to kind of gather all of the things from different places. So I believe there's a lot of information that has been lost, or it's very uncomfortable or inconvenient to try to find everything that you would like or are interested in. For example, you might want to check out Rogue Talent Trees, and then you want to check out like classic changelog stuff. And you need to look at a lot of different places. I don't think that Ascension provides that information. So it has been up to the community completely. I don't know really, Sheldon. I didn't level that far the first time around. From what I'm reading, a lot of bugs has been fixed. I'm not sure exactly which of them. But supposedly a lot of them has been fixed. But you also need a big population to really test the content. especially the new stuff, I guess, to really see that stuff is working. That's good timing. I mean, they have to, you know? Like, these are serious things. Like that announcement today. I believe they don't follow through on that. I can't believe what the consequences would actually be. So at least Turtle, as we know it for sure, needs to go, right? But if something similar pops up a month later, I don't know. Oop. This is bad.
I can't drink anymore yet.
Some really rookie play right there. Yeah, I think like how they went about Turtle, I believe they will come for everyone right now. And I think the accelerated like legal process that they have going on right now, it's even more clear that they will announce Classic Plus at BlizzCon. I'm not sure that it will be playable a few weeks after, but at least it has to be announced, I believe. And the sad part is also that they will probably just copy a lot of things that all of these projects has already done. And some will praise them for that, because the common thing to praise them for is when they just copy other projects or other games entirely. That's what they should do. That's what Blizzard does best, just copy stuff. But I mean, how hard is that? You can't even take credit for it, right? Yeah, Nick, I totally agree. I don't think there's any turning back from this process, at least. And that's why also the ruling really states that they can't hand anything over. Like, there's a lot of points where it really explicitly states like they can't handle anything over. Everything must go. No new domains can come from this, etc., etc. Well, the thing is, like, everyone knows that the official servers always has the problem with RMT, with botting and stuff. Like, if Blizzard was to completely just copy Turtle WoW, the entire code base, every single content, people would like, some people would still say it sucks, because on the box cover it says Blizzard, right? But you just have to pay a fee instead of it being free, and you get the additional bots and RMT problems. and you get a player base that is usually not. I mean, some of them are good, but some of them are not good also, right? Let's go to Sentinel Hill. I play on Windows, but I think it's possible to play on Mac and Linux as well, if I'm not completely wrong. Yo, what's up, Waximus? Welcome, man. Sorry to hear about Turtle today. I would say that the biggest difference is that Epoch does not really have completed new zones. Like they have new quest hubs, quest areas, subzones, etc. So there's not a lot of new, like, new zones. But there's a lot of new items, new stuff for professions. There's a lot of new quests. There's really a lot of new quests, and the leveling journey does feel a lot smoother and a lot more nice than the normal version. And the biggest difference is probably the client too, right? The Lich King client is arguably a lot better than 112. Yeah, and I have an idea for another video where I feel like the old Azeroth, the old game, is being held hostage by a new corporate organization that did not build 1% of this world, right? So you had the old Blizzard team who loved the world, who loved the game. They played it day and night. They developed it together, and that's the version we're playing. And now you have the company 20 years later, and it's to me it's super weird that that they have the rights to it, right? It doesn't sit super well with me, at least. Like, it shouldn't belong to them, right? They didn't build it. Yeah, I totally get that, right? Like, if you really like the journey and leveling, I don't think it matters. But if you don't have a lot of time to invest, and yeah, it's not weird at all to hesitate. I haven't been around for a year myself, so this seems to be a new quest, right? Haven't seen this before.
Good day to you.
Ooh, it seems like the Defias has stolen Nancy's braid. Well, we gotta fix that, of course. Yeah, I just think that the first levels are really good because you have new quests at the starting zone straight away, which was very it was a very pleasant surprise actually. They don't wait till level 60 like Season of Discovery did, apart from the rune hunting, um, which was a very big weakness for Season of Discovery, that you had to get to almost max level to get actual new content, which was very weird. Yeah, right, Diagonal. I haven't been I didn't try the Gnome Storage Zone a year ago, but I did actually go into that one yesterday just to check out um, how many new people there were. It looks so awesome. It's probably one of the best zones in the game. It was like the theme is perfect. It fits so well. You go outside this tram looking place and you are so immersed with all the mountains around and the big cave and the trogs walking around. If you want to check out what the original dev team really was cooking, I definitely think that you should just try the gnome or the troll starting zones, since they are customized, completely new. And as you can see, this coyote also, it leaped against me, so they implemented a lot of new stuff for mobs, like new mechanics and stuff. Like they should feel like coyote should feel like a real coyote. It should be able to leap against you and so on. So right now it's charging, right? And jumping to me, making a huge hit on the first one, which is super cool. And if you're not aware of these things, I also think like you can really go into this one blind. You don't need to look everything up. Maybe just like the classes. It's always nice to know what class you should play, but the content, I don't think you need to check anything out. I think you will be pleasant surprised about the new stuff anyway. Yeah, and I saw a picture of Willing Caverns. The last boss, it looks almost exactly like the Ragnaros fight or that room. It looked so awesome. I was never there, so I really need to go there. Oh, we have McGregor here. And Grimbley. Maybe they just talk to dwarves. Oh. Alright. Okay. Maybe I can tip him, just to be kind. Let's give him 20 silver, because that was a surprise. Thank you, laddie. Oh, it says lady. Yeah, that got awkward. But there's the community for you as well. Just gifting stuff. Don't really caring about anything else. Like, it's not a competition here. People just want to enjoy the game. They don't jump on you. Have you faced one? Shaman or paladin? So I would say dwarf shaman or undead paladin. can my inventory be full when I have 4 14 slot bags?
I can't cast that yet.
You level too fast? Like I see people say that. But to me, I always felt like the journey is it's long enough as it is. I could never do that challenge myself, to be honest. I think it's crazy, but I do really admire and respect the people who tries it and also completes it. Usually you combine hardcore with that huge respect to that. The explorers something, yeah. I mean, I should be able to do it because when I level, I'm quite eager to reach level 60 if I ever do, but as soon as I reach level 60, it's like I don't know what to do. And then I miss leveling again, which is kind of weird. Nick, do you think the players killed Turtle? Yeah, but that attitude is probably on every, not every, but almost every server, don't you think? And there's always this argument or saying like most people say they will never give $1 to Blizzard again or ever play their servers again. But if they were the only one with a Classic Plus experience, I mean, probably half of those people would still play because they are freaking addicted to this version of the game and can't play anything else. They don't know anything else. Yo, Damien. Yeah, I think it's really fun. I had the joy to do a lot of new custom quests, which has been a breath of fresh air, I guess. And I also love the fact that you can remotely queue for battlegrounds, and the queue has been instant the whole day today, even in this bracket, mainly because there's I can't type. There's 372 people in just this bracket. For some reason, the playlist is actually bugged. It has never been before, as far as I know. So I can't really tell, but there's 44 people in Warzone right now. And the total player count is just increasing by the minutes. It doesn't look like it's slowing down anytime soon. And the reason for that is obviously quite sad. I don't believe in tribalism. If it's between servers or realms or any of those things, so I feel with you guys who come from Turtle. Leaked Discord messages. Oh, towards who? I mean, if the fans hate Blizzard, where is the consequences being targeted? Against the developers, you mean, maybe? This is Kazan, Damien. This is Kazan. Last year, when it was officially the first release, I played on Gurubashi. And back then the populations were, yeah, I would say they were completely equal. But now there's almost 1600 on Kazan, and maybe they have like maximum 400 on Gurubashi. But if you are a true world PvPer, there's only one server, I guess.
Inventory is full.
A green ring, 3 spirit, at level 15, that's not too bad. Even woolcloth at least at this level is quite good. Let me grab that.
I'm out of range. That's still recharging.
Yeah, the bots always come up in these discussions. I was whispered, there is actually, I don't know if there's plenty or just a few, but I got whispered yesterday by a bot on this character if I wanted to buy gold. And literally 6 seconds after I got whispered, the system message went out that that person or that character was permanently banned because of RMT. It was actually hilarious how fast that was. And I mean, just having that public official shaming straight away, or just prove that something is going on and it's being taken care of, is a huge bonus. I think there are so many issues that's super obvious on the Blizzard servers that they, for some reason, don't take care of. And it's really hard for players to understand and accept that. And it ruins the experience for many. And then you have to pay the fee. And then you might also get the WoW token. You may only play 1 or 2 hours every day, like me, some weeks. Like you have a job that is demanding, you have a family to take care of. You're always behind because of these things. But then you also have to face other challenges within the game, which is just straight up unfair. And I think the biggest issue for me is that they always do the wrong thing first, then they have to revert it because of players get really mad, and then they might fix the issues. But it's like they never know the real solution themselves. They simply just try stuff out, which rarely is what the community wants. Yeah, same, Damien. Like I've always played on PvP servers. I totally get the argument that many have that it's the true version, it should be like that, it's Warcraft. I totally agree, like on a fundamental level. But there's also the case, like I just said, like you play a few hours every week, you're always behind, which then means you will always be ganked by people who simply don't do any other thing than to play the game. So I think it's completely fair that these cross-faction realms do exist. To have a more chill time, yeah, for sure. I love PvP, but I've never been that true open world PvPer. So just having a server with a high population, and then just being able to remotely queue for whatever dungeon there is, and get insta queue, that's perfectly fine for me at this time.
Kojak just subscribed.
Kojak, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Maybe I should clean up my bags and send stuff to the bank. That would be a good idea, I guess. Yeah, so it was not a long time ago when people wrote that we are almost breaking 1k. It peaked. I have a screenshot from yesterday. It was 777. We breached 1k, like maybe it's 2 hours now. And now we're up to 1600. And I think just by the hour, the more people read the announcements from Turtle and Stormforge or whatever it's called, I honestly think there's only Epoch if you want like a pure Classic Plus experience. If you like some kind of Frankensteining and fast-paced zoomer game, you can always go to Bronzebeard. I tried that out for myself, and I mean, I enjoyed it for a few levels, but I always realized that it wasn't for me. It was too retail-y. It did not fit the the classic vibe at all. This is the PvE realm, cross faction. But factions are enforced in battlegrounds though. So as an alliance, you will always face horde, and vice versa, of course. Which is nice. No, I'm not sure about the PvP realm. I think it's around 400 by now. So I think the ratio, like Norden or Talabim, I think it's probably exactly the same here, to be honest. I don't think there will be a big difference. But I think that the PvP realm has such nice implementations or new mechanics where you get some kind of blood token while world PvPing. And some other stuff. What add-ons do I use? Maybe I can log out to check. Maybe we can have a look at the PvP realm also. How many players there are. So add-ons, Addy bags, auctionator, bartender, compact nameplates, what's training, Leatrix Plus, PF Quest, the Epoch version and the Lich King version, I think it is. This one, I think it's standard. Maybe you want to see it more. I think BF Quest. Oh, I think BF Quest should be enough. Let's sort this out real quick, shall we? I think it should be enough. Yeah, and the Addy Bags add-on is the best bag add-on I have ever had. I will never use anything else. It sorts, you can search. It's actually perfect. So here we are on the first character I made yesterday. I was about to say last year. Very cool with the Undead Hunter, I believe, with the pet also being a bat. Slash who, yeah. So here we have 417, and that's for both factions, not only Horde. Apparently, I'm still in Korkron. I believe I did an event with them last year, and looks like they have some kind of presence here. They will probably go here again, I guess. I believe they played on Turtle Embershire, right? So they will definitely look for a new home, I believe. So what you have, I don't know. You have like PvP sets also while leveling. I think it's for level 15, 25, 35, which is quite nice. It's good stats on them, and then you have like reduced damage from players by 1% per item, I believe. So it's not something crazy, but at least it's something to work for. Yeah, they will come back. I saw their guild leader in the Discord earlier today, so maybe just check out the gnome start zone, or maybe I should start a new one, because I've already exited the actual start zone. For the UI, I just use bartender. I usually just do not show the back bar or micro menu. Yeah, bartender. I love to keep it super clean. So here we go. This is the new, or not new, yeah, for Epoch it's the new zone for gnomes, which is super awesome. It's super cool. It's like you start actually in Gnomeregan. We have this separate part here, just above the standard starting zone with the dwarves. Just being here really makes me want to start leveling one, actually, to be honest. But what really hit me yesterday when I walked through here for the first time is when you go out. It was a really awesome experience. And the communication also last year was that when the release didn't go as planned, they made the new gnome start zone and the new troll start zone like in a week or two to kind of compensate or whatever for the struggles with the launch. I mean, this is, I think it's breathtaking to be classic WoW, really. And the music also. I mean, I could definitely just pull this music up while working. Just have a good time. Yeah, you too, Damien. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, right? It looks so good. And look at this cave, man. Like, is it... Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's really cool. Yeah, I don't know. They really nailed this one. Let's walk into the cave and have a look here as well. Maybe we need to have our action bars here. So I've never done this part myself before, so I'm not really sure what I'm getting myself into here. Yo, Oshire. Hello, man. Oh, I shouldn't even be here. Alright. Maybe that was a stretch to come here, but I just wanted to show you the start zone for the gnomes, which everyone should be wanting to go through, I believe. If you're really into new content and some lore, I think it's amazing that every class on Epoch has their own starting zone. I think we should check out the troll as well. I think it's very likely. I have no idea if it's as simple or as difficult as any other server or project. But I think someone at Blizzard has told their legal department that we will announce our Classic Plus on BlizzCon this year, and by then all other alternative
Pondering
needs
Pug
to go.
just subscribed.
Pondering Pug, thank you, man. Yeah, I just simply believe that they want everyone gone before they release their version. I don't think they can accept any competition at all if they are really going to commit. Like, I've heard and I've read things that the classic dev team on Blizzard has gone from like a few people to maybe 30, 40. And if they are really committing into a eternal realm or whatever you want to call it, I don't think they can have another server pulling 40,000 people, right? That's just simply not gonna work. Oop. You can really feel the vibes and the music and the troll storage zone here as well. Like, it's perfect. But most people just want to enjoy the journey on these servers. I don't want to say that they are fine when or if when they go down. But I think the saddest part is the communities that are being split. Invested so much time into something and shared experiences with other people.
What you want? Relax. Okie dokie.
How you doing, man?
What's on your mind? How are you? How you doing, man? Hello, man.
Yeah, trolls are always a vibe, right? I never played one because of their big feet, but they're cool, I guess.
Hello, man.
So that's the starting zones for gnomes and trolls. Maybe we could try to do another battleground here again. We're not that useful at level 13, but whatever, let's try. Ooh, what a timing. Walked into the flag carrier straight away. Yeah, the insta queue at this level is just simply amazing. Nice, we got him. Perfect. And I feel also that they've been, yeah, they give quite a lot actually. I've lost 3 today, and maybe I got half a level from 3 losses. I'm not exactly sure how much a win is right now. Maybe I should not confess to that. It means I've never won, but yeah, I know many people when the population was very high last year. Many people leveled just simply through battlegrounds completely. Yeah, battlegrounds is just so much fun. It's too hard to give up on. Of course we miss. Let's go for that drink, shall we? Could need some help here. I don't hate fear right now. Level 17 rogue. Maybe one more fear. No. We might be done. Or maybe not. Perfect timing, boys. Thank you for that. He's seriously wanting me to death. That's a bit embarrassing. Ooh. Ooh. Interesting. Interesting. What's happened here? Yeah? Server disconnect. Alright. I have an update in the launcher. Interesting. Ah, so it's Kazan that went down. Gurbashi is still up. Let's see if we can find something in the Discord. Oh, it's up again. Interesting to see what happens. Oh, we were thrown out of the battleground as well. Yeah, for sure. We hit 1.6 before we saw that. Without a doubt. See, you are playing, what did you say? Thorin Shaman on Kazan? It will be very interesting to see how the different communities react after today. Like if Turtle have had or has like 40,000 people, maybe not all 40 wants a new home, but let's just say half of them do. So just say a number. Yo, William. Hello, man. Well, now it's scuffed because the server just restarted, but we had 1,600 on the PvE cross-faction realm just before the disconnect here. And then you have PvP, pure PvP server that had 400, around 400 before. Yeah, I agree, Oshire. Like, if you have a bad community, you probably need a lot of people to, I don't know, get into raids, get into groups, and just simply have a good time. But if you have a good community, like I really do believe that Epoch has, like 1k is, I would say that's enough as well, straight up. I really do believe that to be true. I mean, Gurubashi has a lot of potential. I think most people like say if you like PvP, you should go Gurubashi. If you like PvE, you should go Kazan. But I would say if you're really into world PvP, you should go Gurubashi without a doubt. If you are concerned about the population, if you are completely fine with doing instanced PvP, then 100% Kazan. Like, that's the only reason that I have this 21 undead hunter on Gurubashi, but I rerolled here because of the population and the fact that I don't play as much anymore, and when I do, I would prefer not to be ganked because I am not in the front, you know. Ooh. super big. What? Hello? Well, yeah. Well, I believe it's already on Blizzard's radar. The original dev team, they already stepped away a year ago because they received a letter. And the crazy part is, this morning, one of the old devs on the project was in the Discord and actually telling that he received the letter by hand, which is, I mean, that's quite intimidating. I think anyone would confess that.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Yeah, and you never know the probability of something going down. I've heard for all these years that Turtle is... there's no way that Blizzard will ever reach them. And then when they finally opened this lawsuit or this case, it didn't even take that long from my point of view. Like, surely these processes could go on and on for years. But it looks like Turtle team settled quite early. And at first it was confidential, right? It was not completely obvious what they had settled on. But I guess from today it's like a complete surrender from their part. And I said it a couple of times this evening. I'm quite convinced now that when Blizzard actually announces or releases their own version, I don't think there will be any other server with a higher population of 1,000 or so players. Oh yeah, they completely disabled. Yeah, that might also be a strategic thing, I guess. Yesterday you could see the total amount of players and the list of players, right? Today you could only see the number without the list, and now you can't see either of them. So maybe that's also something they do to protect their the servers, or I mean, it's fine to have the /who work when you have 200 people, right? I don't think anyone would be intimidated by that, but when it goes over 1,000, I guess it's another story. And it will probably reach 2,000 by tomorrow at least, without a problem. Rest in peace. So just like Turtle, Epoch has these announcements for the hardcore challenge and so on, and when players are banned, etc. I think that's a really nice addition to the servers. Yeah, I guess you're right, Aska. I never tried. I always felt like the Ascension realms or servers was not for me as a classic enjoyer. You always got those ads, the classless stuff, and I always thought no, that's not for me. That looks super weird. I mean, it's probably fun, but it's not for me at least. But then when Epoch got released and the launch was super messy, it was like just after that they released Bronze Spear, so at least me and my friends tried it out and had a decent time, I'd say. I think I leveled to level 30 or something. Is it like official that they have actually gotten those letters, or is it just speculation? Because I haven't read anywhere that they've actually gotten some. But I guess that's a sign of someone who feels they are untouchable, I guess. Like they are not bothered at all. That probably means something, right? Oh, really? Interesting. I think it would be quite a big fiasco for Blizzard if they weren't able to close all the big servers before their own. And I just find it fascinating to think about or speculate how it will look. How much they have simply just stolen, how much is new, how much is bad, how much is actually good. Interesting. I have no idea how Ascension is actually being run, or no idea really. Oop. That's not good. Yeah, I think that's a quite realistic guess as well. Like, I also think, like, they are probably, they wanted to do this for a long time themselves. But I just think they're too scared to do something because they know that whatever they do, the community would not like. So that's why they've let all these servers be up for so long. Now they have so much data to go off of. And like see, oh, this is working for them, this is working for that one. And just try to make their own based on that. Yeah, it's a sad day. A lot of people have lost their homes, basically. I believe I'm being quite lucky with all these green drops, actually. That's pretty nice. But if they add a level boost on a WoW token, that's so as disconnected as they can possibly be with the community. I think the fact that they have not yet, at least, introduced the WoW token to TBC anniversary is actually a good sign. They are making super weird changes about boosting though, but I believe that's actually positive for them, that the token is not in TBC. Yeah, I'm really sorry to hear that, man. Really sorry. There's a lot of history and a lot of emotions and experiences that you lose with them, right? Interesting to hear. What do you think? What are you going to do now? Will you ride it out and then quit, or will you look for another home, or... I think there's just two groups of players. The ones that honestly hate everything about Blizzard and will never play a version that they create. It doesn't matter how good it is. It doesn't matter if it's exactly like Turtle. They will still not play it. And then there's the ones who will gladly just play whatever is the most fresh version and will gladly play something official, since it's completely safe in terms of, or not completely, but at least it's not something that could disappear overnight in the same way. Fishing in Goldshire sounds like a plan. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Like, I've always had bad timing with this stuff as well. Like starting Epoch last year and everything that went down. Then I just tried Turtle a bit, and then they got hit. So I have never really spent that much time in any of these servers, to be honest. Never played any endgame at all. New cloak, nice. You know, yeah. Yeah, I totally get that too, right? Why would you actually go on another server? when the one that you're already on is going to go down. That's a good point, I guess. Hello, Ignis. No, they have not. They are just doing it quietly, I'd say. There's 2 world bosses. There's Onyxia PvP Season 1 Molten Core should come out quite soon. There's a lot of bug fixing. There's change logs where you can follow and see all of those. They have implemented a new talent ability for Shadow Priests, etc. So there's changes and updates. I just don't think that they want to announce it as loud anymore. Seems to be a strategic choice and not simply because they're not doing anything. And also when you go to the Ascension webpage, I think there's an image or something which tells you the amount of players, or at least the status of all the servers, but Epoch is not on that list, so there's another reason maybe to just why they don't want to talk about it aloud. Yeah, the thing is there's multiple discords. There's the old Epoch Discord, which is not used that much by the community, seems like, but it has like good information about changes, content, and other stuff. Then you have the channels on Ascensions. I'm not sure if they are used a lot or not. And then there's a new community Discord which was set up, which is the most used, I guess. Yeah, I guess it could be both a good thing and a bad thing to be under the Ascension umbrella. Like, they have good infrastructure, blah blah blah. But if Blizzard went after them because of Bronzebeard or whatever, I guess that would bring Epoch with them, which is a bad thing, right? I guess there's pros and cons for everything. But it was just really nice yesterday, the community re-release event. It was very wholesome to see a lot of new players in the starting zones and a lot of 60s giving out 1 gold for each new player, and bags and wands, etc. There was a lot of RP as well, which was quite fun. No less, I think you're completely right. They had no choice back then. If they didn't do that, it would be completely scrapped. But I think Ascension probably only did it because they thought that they could funnel players into Bronzebeard. Yeah. But I guess they have to do something now if Turtle is going down. A lot of people will come here And if they really want to make something out of it, they need to step up the how much content they release and stuff, I guess. No, I hate their monetization as well. It was crazy on Bronzebeard, which is, in my opinion, completely pay to win, and I don't like it at all. But on Epoch, you can't buy anything to improve anything. You can buy like a starter pack, which gives you, I think it gives you a mount and a bag and a pet. Then you can buy cosmetics like a shirt and an armor set, which does not even look good. And then I think you also have, like on Turtle, you have like eye changes to the eyes. But I also don't like the monetization, or at least the things they added on Turtle. I think most or many of the items breaks the immersion that the classic world should have. Like crazy looking mounts or whatnot. But yeah, but I also think like if you have a server with 200 to 300 people, you can't have more than like 2 or 3 devs. And I believe that they also have a huge backlog of stuff that they need to fix. Like there were so many bugs initially, and 2 or 3 people can't handle all the bug fixing and at the same time finish the new molten core mechanics, the new bosses. But now I think it's another story. Maybe they will have a lot more attention on Epoch. But the question is also, do they make enough money on it? Like they are a business after all.
Inventory is full.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how the OG crew actually handled everything, or if they were even remotely prepared for everything that was waiting for them. Oh. I don't think reading chats at the same time as playing this is a good idea. We die here, yeah. If I got to choose, there will be no shop at all. No way. I mean, if you have a subscription model, you don't need a shop, right? Blizzard has both. If the game is free, you need something to at least keep the servers running. And that's what they do here. So if it's free, obviously they need to have some kind of shop, right? But as long as it does not in any shape or form improve your performance, it's fine, and that it doesn't break the immersion. Everything needs to belong in the world. Yeah, I'd be fine with that. As long as it's not looking like gear from Dragonflight or something. Because then I would just feel like I'm in another world. It does not belong here at all. It would break everything for me. Yeah, and I think they were super upfront with that as well in the beginning, like they take on this project and they intend to keep the design and philosophy like the original dev team had. Like they would not accept to have a shop with crazy stuff in it, right? So you gotta give it to them that they have kept those kinds of promises at least. Yeah, yeah, I agree. They need to have some kind of income, right? But it would be very interesting to see or to hear at least. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Dual login. Oh, interesting. So you're not allowed at all to be logged in at the same time on two different clients. I love how people react. It seems like, I don't know how they do it, but it seems like they have such a good system for detecting this kind of stuff. I think it's very impressive. Yeah. But they are not, are they still not sure if Bronzebeard are going to TBC, or because I remember in the beginning it was an uncertainty about that. Yeah, maybe we should let that paladin have that mob. He doesn't have an easy time like we do tagging mobs. Yeah, everyone I've talked to and everything I've read is that people are enjoying Epoch. It's not like, I mean, people from other servers can always trash talk, but if you have a person genuinely trying it out. I've never heard anyone say like it's boring or it's bad. It's like it's perfectly balanced, or like they have put the right amount of effort. They haven't done too much. They haven't done too little. Oh, really? Yeah, that sounds like a bad time. It sounds like retail WoW. The healers are completely unkillable. And can sometimes even out DPS another DPS. I don't know, it's like so many versions don't know how to handle PvP for some reason. Maybe it is that difficult. But the biggest problem with the retail is that every class and every spec can do everything right. But we for sure have an interesting time ahead of us. It will be very interesting to see what Blizzard's version will have to offer. And also the way that they will choose to ship it. I believe there's two ways to ship it. They either ship it half-baked with some changes up front, but they just want to get it out so that people has an official version to play and no need to play private servers, and they develop it over time. Or they have actually worked on this for quite a while and they release it in a very good state, from their point of view, at least. Yes, Alcator, there is PF Quest. You need the Lich King version, and there's an Epoch version as well. So I think you need both of them to make it work. Yeah. It is what you see here. Yeah, you're correct, Jew. I also think that PvP is just something that it's just a bonus for some. I don't think that they spend many seconds really thinking about it. I think all the balancing that it is being made is completely done in a PvE environment. Since stats is not, you don't have certain stats or certain spells in PvP and PvP. Maybe I should have gotten the Void Walker before we came here. I think that will have to be it for today, guys, actually. I'm super grateful that you stopped by and made my evening a lot more fun and interactive. I hope that you'll find out what to do in the future here. There is a lot of good communities that is always open for new members, of course. Maybe a break could be a good thing too, right? Get a little bit of perspective on things. But yeah, I appreciate you being here. And I wish that you'll have a good day tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Good night, Shelda. Awesome for you to be here. Let's keep talking off stream. Let's see what to do, man. Take care, guys. Bye bye.